Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is a collective reading. We're just going to use the Light Seers Tarot to tap into some collective energy, see what's up. Make sure it says We Rise. This was a mental health event that was in LA. And it was all about like people sharing their experiences through art around mental health, and it was something that the community's resilience group, went on a little field trip for, and inspired us a lot. So that's what this is. Alright. I've been thinking about this event a lot lately because I want to get a screen printer, and this is the only place I've ever, We Rise was the only place I've ever done screen printing. We made posters. Okay, right on, look at this energy to start. We've got the Sun and the Nine of Cups, which is very much wish fulfillment by yourself. You see this energy of like open expansion, welcoming in happiness energy. The Sun came out last night in the reading. We used this deck as well. So I would say this looks good. These very much complement each other. So whatever you're working on, maybe you're just working on getting to a space of fulfillment. Within yourself, whatever you're working on, right? Reconnecting to who you are. Yeah, justice coming out. Two of Pentacles, you've found this balance with yourself. You're honoring the, so this is your justice. This happiness is your justice from whatever you've been through, which looks like it's been, maybe you're experiencing some sort of grief with the Six of Cups. This is very much giving, fulfillment. However, there's an ending here. This is giving the Rainbow Bridge. We just had 2 days ago, I think the angels affirm rainbows are a symbol that your loved ones give you from the other side, which I agree with. That's something that my dad uses to communicate. So maybe there's some grief, and with that here, maybe that's the justice that you're experiencing. Could be different for everyone. These are collective readings, but maybe a loved one left you something and you haven't received it yet. We're going to pull from the messages in heaven, since that came out. Or maybe there's someone in your family who is transitioning right now. The Three of Cups gives me a couple different things, but here I think it's giving past, present, future energy with that Big Dipper on top, very much leading you back to yourself, back to your justice, back to your happiness through whatever grief or heartache you've experienced. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which is about finding balance on the material realm here on Earth. Allowing yourself to make those choices that are going to bring in that stability and balance for you. And then we have this progression into the Four of Pentacles. She's kind of clutching on to what she has, and I feel like what I already mentioned, maybe there was something that was left for you that you haven't received, and it's kind of left you in a space of lack. I don't think that's going to be something that you have to deal with any longer. We have the Hermit energy coming out, which is Virgo energy, an earth sign. Again, speaking to this Pentacle energy. Oh yeah, for sure. Now we have Death and Rebirth coming out right underneath the Six of Cups. So whatever grief, maybe you're even just grieving a past version of yourself with this past, present, future. Or maybe you're integrating yourself fully, right? You're healing this inner child. You're reflecting on how much you and this other person went through together. If it is an animal, it is. There's a trend on TikTok about people saying like, oh, this stage of my life is going to be hard because I bought this dog when I was this age, right? Acknowledging that like there is going to be a transition that we experience, that unconditional love will be lost, right? Because that's what animals give us. We have the Emperor coming out, which is, Emperor energy is divine masculine energy, firm, balanced, stable, knows what they're doing, knows what they want, has achieved a lot of it. The Emperor and Empress are the embodiment of all four kings and queens within the tarot. So with divine masculines have really been going through it. I haven't seen an Emperor come out by themselves in a long time / ever. This Knight of Wands to, again, this not being afraid of anything, right? The lion is represented in the Strength card. But this masculine energy, the masculines have really been stepping into this Emperor energy. That's been their process, because the divine feminine is represented by the Empress, right? The ultimate nurturer. But again, the embodiment of that energy is the graduation of every suit of the tarot. So we have Earth energy being Pentacles. So King of Earth or King of Pentacles, that means that you are stable in your money, in your material, right? Air or Sword energy, the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, that means that you have been through things that have hurt you, but you have come out on top. You've been resilient. You've been able to embody that defender, protector energy. The Water or Cups energy, the Queen of Cups and King of Cups, means that you have emotional stability. You're able to, understand your emotions, why you feel the way you do, and, do it so from a healthy place. And then lastly, the Fire or Wand energy speaks to your spiritual path, being able to embody that spirituality regardless of what you've had to go through, going through your dark nights of the soul and things like that. So the embodiment of this Emperor energy and Empress energy for the divine feminine, if you resonate with divine feminine or divine masculine, the goal is to be able to balance both. It's to do both the masculine and feminine aspects within each of those journeys, so that you yourself can pull on your Emperor energy or your Empress energy, right? This is about building an empire. That's huge energy. So, reconnecting to your happiness is your justice through whatever grief you had to go through. Acknowledging the past, present, and future that has brought you to your ability to graduate all of these lessons, right? Take time away from others, not needing any external validation, allowing yourself to do this death and rebirth. We have the Four of Swords coming through. When we talk about the red string theory, a lot of people talk about it with someone outside of us, but as it's coming through in this reading, the red string theory, your ability to embody your Emperor and Empress energy as a whole being, is this process of remembering your heart, right? Every time you gave your heart out to someone else outside of you, there's this red string connecting it back to her. And the red string theory, like I said, is usually a conversation about a soul mate, a twin flame, someone outside of you. But within this, it's very much picking up all of the pieces of you to reconnect to who you are and be able to graduate these lessons and stand firmly in your Emperor and Empress energy. That's your justice. That's what's going to bring you happiness. Not expecting anything from outside of you, but being able to be that for yourself. That's your justice, okay? And the universe will provide for you. There is abundance coming in. Yeah, Temperance. Also about balance, echoed by this card. But you can see this Two of Pentacles is a little bit more sporadic, unpredictable, whereas Temperance is, we've kind of reeled it in, right? So finding your balance with that here on the physical plane. Temperance also speaks to that path of coming into Emperor and Empress energy, where we talked about, defeating the devil on the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Swords coming out, so you've been through your lessons, you've learned your lessons, you're not repeating your lessons, right? You're not going to allow anything to knock you off. You're going to protect your heart. You're going to protect your abundance. Not to the place of, cutting everyone out, but to a place of being able to stand firm in yourself. The reason I put those back is because I only need one more card. So I'm waiting for one more card, not two. Alright. Last card for this reading. Oh yeah, and then I'm going to pull from the Messages of Heaven. We have the Three of Pentacles. Collaborative work. Three of Pentacles could be, this could speak to, we have the entire progression here, so I'm going to share. So you were flailing, you were feeling a little imbalanced, you weren't quite sure how to reel in all of your resources. Maybe you started working with a team. I don't really think that that's necessarily a bad thing, but with Four of Pentacles here as well, you may have gotten fucked over by someone, and that's why you're retreating in this hermit energy. You're I'm so sick of, giving and not receiving. Maybe you were just around takers or whatnot. People who took your emotional maturity or emotional, what's the word for that? Whatever it is. Maybe people used your emotions against you or something. But you're not doing that anymore, right? With this Queen of Swords and Temperance. You've figured out how to reel it all back in to serve you. Now, if this was about a death, this doesn't even need to be that, but I am going to pull a couple of the messages from heaven. So this is messages from people that you have lost in your life. Whoever comes to mind first, second, and third, I would say that this is probably them trying to give you some love and encouragement. Alright, everything is intention. Here we go. Spread your wings and fly. We are proud of you. Yeah, like I said, the universe is going to make sure that your justice is served in this situation. Whatever it was. Try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. Again, with this being our last card, this could be the future, or it could, and you could be hesitant to work with others because of what you've been through. That's them telling you, try not to worry, we will bring helpful people into your life. I feel like at this point though, right, as that's coming out after the Queen of Swords, you've already learned how to navigate people who you've peeped it, you're able to peep it and navigate it, get it away from you, right? We're helping to bring a little luck your way, you deserve it. That's speaking to this Justice card. Go out and plant new life seeds, sow your future. If this resonates with you, this card, go watch the one from yesterday called Free Yourself. It was the morning reading I did. That's going to be a helpful message. And we are proud of you and aware of your achievements. So coming through again, maybe you really needed that. I have goosebumps. Maybe you really needed that affirmation of, it's not necessarily external validation, but when grief is involved, right, when there's been a death, it's like, God, I wish you could be here so I could show you this. They're telling you, we're aware and we're so proud of you. And that came through a couple times. And just want you to know that this process that you've been through hasn't gone unnoticed. And you are being rewarded for it. And everyone's proud of you. Keep it up. Have a good one.